Hello, I'm Matt Russell and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Today's video is our review of the Milwaukee M12 12-volt pruning shears. This video is not sponsored by Milwaukee and we are receiving no compensation from the manufacturer for this review. We purchased the tools with our own money for use in our shops and on our property. We purchased two Milwaukee pruning shears after I found them while looking at Ryobi's pruning shears on the Home Depot website. We wanted one in each of our shops for breaking down scrap wood that we generate while using our Legacy Maverick CNC router or one of our lasers. We have had some bad luck with Ryobi tools breaking and Ryobi batteries dying, so when I saw that Milwaukee was making a pruning shear, we ordered two for our shops. In this clip, I am breaking down some 5mm poplar plywood from Lowe's that I cut into heart and circle wooden canvas shapes, as well as two positioning fixtures for the new Thunder Laser Nova 35100 that we recently purchased. We use our tools in a manner that we are comfortable with. Ensure you read and follow all safety rules and instructions provided by the manufacturers of the tools that you use, because failure to do so may result in serious bodily injury or death. This 5mm plywood is easy work for the Milwaukee pruning shears, but was the example we had available for shooting this video. Last week I used the pruning shears to break down some 3/4 inch MDF, and the Milwaukee pruning shears worked awesome. Up until this purchase, we used a cordless circular saw to break down the scrap. This is so much easier and safer in my opinion than holding the guard up on the circular saw to make a cut. The tool has a power switch on top and you have a choice between two modes. The mode on the left side of the display opens the cutting blades to 2 1/8 inches tip to tip, and the mode on the right side of the display opens the cutting blades to 1 1/4 inches tip to tip. There is a safety that must be depressed behind the trigger to reduce the chance of injury from an unintentional activation of the trigger, and both the trigger and safety are in separate trigger guards to reduce the possibility of both being unintentionally activated by an object at the same time. This is our Ryobi pruning pole saw cutting a 1-inch red oak dowel. This is the Milwaukee pruning shear cutting the same dowel. In this instance, it took 11 activations of the trigger to cut all the way through. This is a 3/4 inch pine dowel. I had to try the 3/4 inch red oak dowel again, as when cutting green wood, as you will see shortly, the Milwaukee pruning shear rarely slows down. This time it cut it in 7 activations. This is some 1/4 inch air compressor tubing. This is a more practical example of the use of the Milwaukee pruning shear. I am pruning one of our pine trees so that I can mow around it. This was the second day I spent pruning trees on our property, and you can see how easy and, for me, enjoyable this tool makes the task. It is awesome for removing limbs that fit between the blades and make short work of the vines that grow around almost every tree on our property. Many of the vines have thorns like a rose bush, and it is awesome to just pull the trigger and cut them out of the way without having to handle them. This is one of the paper birch trees that line the edge of our yard. This is a 1 1/4 inch diameter branch that the Milwaukee Pruning Shear cut with ease. As you can see in this video, these shears make short and almost effortless work of pruning the trees and is much easier than using manual shears or a pruning saw. For some reason, this 1 1/8 inch diameter branch made the shear struggle and took 3 activations of the trigger to complete the cut. This is the 12th tree I have pruned today. You can hear the shear is starting to slow down. As the battery dies, the shear does not respond to each trigger pull, but I wanted to see where it totally died. The battery finally died. The fully charged battery is noticeably stronger. This is a 1 1/2 inch by 1 1/4 inch pine tree that the shear makes short work of. To close the blades of the shear for storage, you hold the trigger in and push the power button. Then you can put the protective cover over the blades. I have been using cordless tools since the late 90s. This one really impresses me. It makes the task of pruning trees so much easier and allows us to break down scrap wood and cut other items almost effortlessly. All Milwaukee tools do not meet this kind of expectation. We have a trim router that doesn't always keep its adjustment. We have a cordless orbital sander that has a worn-out brake that a replacement brake did not fix. However, this Milwaukee M12 pruning shear exceeded our expectations. If this video has earned your like, please hit the button. If this video could help a friend, please share. If you want to see more of our content, please subscribe. I hope you have an awesome day, and remember, if you do the right thing, you don't have to worry about being wrong.